I'm back. So yes, first of all, sorry if I look really gross. I've been like crying for the past week, so there's that. But anyways, I'm gonna be attempting to style the wig. This is like the second wig I've styled ever. The first one was when I was 12, like a long time ago, and it even wasn't that good, so let's give it a shot, I guess. It's good because it like covers his neck and this part here, which might show even with the jaw mask on. So, yeah. So this is what it looks like without like being styled. So it looks like in the back, I can't see, but yeah, we're gonna fix that. Looks too unswept. We'll fix it. Yeah, and by the way, so those elastics are not black, but I can just paint them. So yeah, don't worry about those too much. Also, I really like this color, like, I don't know. Yeah, okay. Oh, sorry, I'm just like really excited because like this is the first time I put everything together. Well, this part. I still have to do like the eye piece, like the eye thing, but like I'm really digging it. Like after you paint things, it just comes. I'm just so excited. Okay. His hair kind of sweeps off to the right, and this part kind of like skirts back a bit. So let's start. This wig is set to like swish the other way because Kakashi has his hair swished that way. So now I'm gonna use some really old cheap gel that I got from the dollar store. Like maybe there's like a row that you're supposed to trim first, but there are lots of book tutorials online. I don't know what I'm doing, so if you want to probably follow theirs, do that instead. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the cutting. Okay, now we're gonna hairspray. Wow, this brings back memories. Okay, this is like story time, but basically I used to be in Air Cadets, and it's basically like a youth program for aviation enthusiasts. It's also like loosely based off of the military, but it's like it had like strict rules about hair. So you were in uniform, so couldn't have simple hair out of place. So this guy and bobby pins were life. So I opted to wear the wig a bit more this way, just because this part here was like too centered, and Raiden's part is like, yeah, no, like I really like this. Okay, so let's hairspray. Oh yeah, ventilation. Let's open that. I don't wanna die. Okay, so I know that I didn't actually finish the tutorial. I have a little bit more footage that I'm gonna add, but so basically this is what I did. Okay, so for the jaw, I have 2 elastics in the back and then one on top that goes like around. I couldn't make a crotch piece, so I put a fanny pack here. Like I had to choose between accuracy and comfort, and I kind of chose comfort because I tried accuracy the first day and didn't work. So for the Muramasa, I have a foam piece on top of a dollar store katana and like another sheath here, another like red stripe. It's bent, so I'm gonna just adjust that tomorrow. This is post-con. This is like realistically, this is what's gonna happen to your cosplay. So for the legs, okay, so these hip parts were falling, so I just kind of glued that on. It's still falling. I had to cut some pieces off, like for example, this thigh part right here was just too flappy and it was like rubbing against my inner thighs and it was just annoying. My boots are under there. You guys, like if you want, go full out and put those claw toes, but I did not want to ruin my boots. I love my boots. It's falling apart, but towards like the back. Okay. So basically like, okay, it's falling apart again, but I have a separate piece for here and the top piece for here because I have breasts and it just sticks out. Like it just kind of plummets. I don't even know how to describe it. Because like it just kind of like, I don't know how to, like there's just too much here. So yeah, and then Velcro, again, it's really annoying, but yeah, it's fine. I didn't do the butt pieces, the butt muscles, because again, comfort, so. Also, for the paint, basically I did like 10 layers of gesso, everyone calls it something different. After that dried, I put a layer of white and black paint on top, and then after that dried, like a thin layer of like brown to give it this off beige kind of color. I didn't want anything bright white in the cosplay because it kind of takes away from the uniformness, so I like made sure everything was a little dirty looking. And I added like my cosplay didn't have much room for detail, so I just did it where I could. So I added the caution and like some random words here. I don't even know what I added. And then like same with on the sleeves, shoulders I should say. It shows, I don't know. Gonna want to show. Keep the thighs up. I basically like crisscrossed. Okay, so I have like a buckle strap going around it and an elastic too at the knees down here, right here, and I basically crisscrossed it and hooked it up to the fanny pack, and that way if it ever like needs to be tightened I can just like pull back each side. Don't make the mistake I did if you want to do it like this, where it's like going to the correlating leg. You don't want it to match because then it kind of slides back and then it falls. So that was an awful mess on Friday, but yeah, we fixed it. Also, like, my makeup just sweat off. Yeah, it used to be angry, but now it's just my eyes.